break from school. What's up, you guys? Welcome back along Brooks Road, and welcome to a weekend vlog. If you are new here, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button to be a part of the family. And if you are a regular, what's up, girl? Let's get into this weekend, shall we? Good morning. Happy Friday. I am making my breakfast right now, my chia seed pudding. This breakfast recipe has been really, really good for me. I typically skip breakfast and just drink a cup of coffee. I know it's bad, but when I went to the doctors and, she broke it down like how it's bad for my digestive system and everything, blah, 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 I said, okay, one of my physical wellness goals is to eat breakfast every single day. And this chia seed pudding is light and it does its job, and it's really, really tasty. I probably would do a tutorial so you guys can see how I make it overnight, but I just add some toppings, strawberries and dark chocolate pieces, and it's really good. See, look, ain't it cute? But let's spend some time in God's presence. Before I get into my end of the week check-in answers, I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on with me. A little life update and why this season of transition is extremely hard for me, and the decisions that I had to make and changes that I had to make in my life. In February, something truly came up, and I think God had to put it right in front of my face because he seen that I was getting ready to self-destruct. And I'm at first I was kind of mad at myself because I'm dang, Lene, already? We not even finished the first quarter. What are you doing? But what I noticed with God and I, he always will bring something to the surface to be hey, this needs to be addressed. And it's not that I will brush it under the rug, but I will kind of be okay, I won't go into the root of that issue. I'll just kind of focus on something else. But I know that this particular issue that God wants me to address is right here. But I'm more focused on, another situation. And I think he's really looking at me like my daughter is getting ready to self-destruct. My daughter is getting ready to take a detour. The one thing that God literally smacked me in the face with was my idols. And I want to do a separate video on idols because we have some modern day idols that will sneak into our lives that we have no clue about. Like, we're kind of dismissing it. Because when people think about idols, they think about, Old Testament and all that, the golden calf and, the altars and all that. No, there are some modern day idols right now. All right. And I wrote down some stuff just to give you a background on idols. Y'all know I like to break some things down for you. An idol is an image or representation of a god used as an object or worship. It also is a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered. To sum it up, it's putting that thing or person in the place of God. It is becoming a God in your life. It's more important than God. And what I loved about what I did my research on is that it's the first 2 commandments of the 10 commandments, y'all. And we kind of be forgetting about the 10 commandments, right? But because an idol isn't always an object or something that we see, we dismiss it. But listen, it says, the first commandment, you shall have no other gods before me. And the second commandment, you shall not make yourself an idol, whether in the form of anything from heaven or below the earth, and etc. That was a long one. But so I kind of broke that down. But this is in Exodus chapter 20, if you want to read up on it. But here are some modern day idols, okay, that we totally don't even look at or look for. Family, wealth, prosperity, career success, image, romance, safety and security, physical appearance, identity, social media, influence/fame, and approval. So those are just some modern day idols. And I want you to think about that. Like, think about any of these, or, Holy Spirit might drop one on you real quick to be like, hey, you're actually worshiping this. And that's what God had to tell me this month. Because, you guys, I was drained. Mentally, intellectually, I was drained. I wasn't eating. I had migraines, and I never have migraines. I will always have a headache every now and then if I don't have my coffee. Y'all pray for me. But I don't have migraines, right? And I was just like, what is going on with me? Like, something is not aligning in my life. Boom. God said, Lene, you're worshiping accolades. You're worshiping performance, career status, money, education. You have placed all those things above me and think that once you get these things, your life will be the way that you always desired it. And I wasn't shocked. I wasn't. Money has been coming up for years. And like I said, it's not for material things, but I place my security. I place all of my trust. I place even my worth. We're going to get down to self-worth. That's going to be a whole nother video, y'all. But even how I measure my self-worth has been based on all those things that I mentioned. And God's like, this is the problem right here. And everything came full circle. So this week, I had to make a very hard decision because I was self-destructing myself. Physically, mentally, intellectually, emotionally. I was doing so much harm to myself. And I was carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. And God is like, we are not doing this in 2023, Lene. We're not. God's like, this transition that I am telling you to make is going to be hard, but it's necessary for you to live. You're going to have to change. And on Wednesday, well, actually Tuesday, when I got off of work, I watched a sermon that I was instructed to watch from my inner circle for Pastor Jenkins from First Baptist Church of Glenarden. I linked that message below, called Transition Requires Change. And in that sermon, he talked about idols. He talked about things that we worship. And it was just nothing but confirmation for me. And I allow God to tell me once again and correct me and convict me on things that I have been doing. But he told me what I needed to do in order to live and in order to walk in my purpose and into my destiny. I made the choice to take a break from school. Like, I don't know when I'm going to go back. And I know that may seem so like, what, Lene, really? That's nothing. You know, like, why is that so hard? When you place your worth within a degree, and when you worship accolades, when you don't have that, you feel inadequate. You feel like you're not doing enough. Let's not talk about my age. And it's also hard because of the career that God told me that he wants me in. I need degrees. So it's like you're telling me to take a break from school, but you know that I need this in order to do what you have called me to do in the career realm. So it's hard. But I got convicted because God's like, I told you what I was doing back when you was at Johns Hopkins. We're going through the same thing, Lene. It's the same thing. You're struggling with the same thing. I told you what I was doing in 2021. You didn't listen. You took matters into your own hands. I made some things happen, cleared some balances at this certain school that I'm going to. I did that to let you know that I am the God that performs miracles, signs, and wonders. But that was not a green light for you to go back to school. That was not a green light for you to enroll back into that program. And God's like, you're doing it to yourself, but you know that my hand is on you, so I'm always going to correct you. I'm always going to put you back to where you need to be. And so in February, why I keep saying in February? We're still in February. But this month, you know how like the saying, like, you gotta hit rock bottom in order to get something. I hit it. And I got it. I'm not meant to be in school right now. So I actually made a decision weeks ago because I withdrew from the class, but I just thought I was just being impulsive. But once I did that, I honestly felt so free. It's like, oh my God, I can breathe. Okay? Like, the weight of the world was lifted off of my shoulders that day. But I just thought I just needed a break. But this week, he confirmed to me, like, no, we're not going to focus on that right now. You have other things that you need to be doing. I told you what we were going to be working on. I told you what I was doing in your life. And having all those thoughts run through my head this week, like, Lene, you're a failure. That I'm not smart enough. I'm not capable enough. I'm going to be so old getting my degree. I'm going to be so old stepping into my career as a therapist. I'm going to be so old doing things. I had to silence those internal voices and truly trust in God's plan for my life. That's why the devotional, Believe Bigger, I felt inclined to read that again. This is my second time doing that devotional. But God has specific messages and instructions for me this time around that I needed to take heed to. And when I tell you, ever since I opened that devotional, He's been speaking to exactly this. Where I am, He has been speaking to me. Down to the point where He had to tell me that degree is not going to give you the lifestyle that you desire. The order of things that you think should be accomplished. I don't go by man-made orders. I don't go by man's timeline. And I'm just like, wow. On Wednesday, after I watched that sermon, God had to tell me, Lene, you have to go against the grain. Lay down your false idols. You worship accolades. There is a time and a place for that, but the time is not now. And I looked up against the grain because we always would hear that saying. And against the grain means different from what is normal or usual. It takes courage to go against the grain and stand up for what you believe in. And I'm standing face to face with myself like, Lene, you believe in God's plans for your life are of good and of prosperity. But why are you moving, and why are you thinking, and why are you worshiping these things as though God's plan for your life is going to harm you? And I also feel inclined to share some things from the devotional from this week that has stood out to me. So I don't know who needs to hear this, and I don't know who is kind of going through the same thing that I have been going through, but this devotional was the faithfulness of God. And it says, maybe you're the type who's not afraid to do her part, give you a goal and you'll make it happen. But what if your part is letting go? Sure, it's easier said than done, but this season is more about surrender than anything else. Your efforts won't always be enough to create the outcomes you desire. Here's the good news though. The verse above gifts us with a stress alleviating promise. God will surely do it, not you, not me, but He. And the verse for this devotional was 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 24. He who calls you is faithful. He will surely do it. And I wrote down, but what if your part is letting go? Let go of these idols. Let go of this false system that you have created in your head, that you have to do these things in a certain order. Let go of the narrative that if you do these things, you will get the life that you desire, or your self-worth will increase. And that's where I am, letting go. So here's another one that I want to share. This was day 8. The devotional is Secret Things. However, trust changes what we see and how we hear. It takes open eyes to see and ready ears to hear a destiny tug, inviting us into the very thing we've been praying for. Listening for those divine tugs and recognizing that they are not just coincidence will be your secret weapon when it comes to entering the next level of what God has for you. It's those whispers that accelerate His vision and propel you into your promised land. And it's those whispers from God that reveal God's unique path and unconventional plan for your life. We cannot seize what we don't believe. Trusting God is the key to perceiving what God is doing. And I broke down the word unconventional. Unconventional means not based or conforming to what is generally done or believed. How confirming is that from everything that I have just been talking about? And it brings me to one of my answers for my end of the week check-in. What did you learn this week? I learned how different God made me. He made me to go against the grain. He made me to do things that are unconventional. My path is different. My path is unconventional. And when I start to believe and trust in that, I can let go and I can live a life of total surrender. And my conviction was taking matters into my own hands, not fully entrusting God with every area of my life, the idols I have been worshiping, and how I see myself, like my self-worth, because can't nobody give me worth. I have to build that up. So I'm the problem. But that has been what has been going on with me these last 2 months of 2023. And right now I am focusing on writing my first novel. I started and then I stopped because I got back into school. But school is no longer on the table, so I am focusing on finishing this novel and also focusing more on this platform. And I also did a thing in January that I'm going to be announcing soon, probably, but God's like, I'm building you in other ways. And I'm telling you, what really stuck out to me, what he said, that degree is not going to give you the life that you desire. And I have been in my own way thinking that it will, and not actually working on the thing that will give me the life that I desire. So I'm excited for my restoration with all that I am actually doing right now. My hands are working on exactly what I should be doing in this season. And yeah, let's just have a little bit of fun. Okay, I'm gonna get ready and I will see you guys at happy hour. Peace. All right, you guys, so here is my outfit for the night. Normally when I do this green vest, I typically have a black shirt underneath, but I decided to do white. So I have this vest that I do not know where I got it from. I had this for years. Some gold jewelry, some jeans, and my black combat boots. I have a gold accessory that will like complement the green, and my gold accessories. And yeah, that's the outfit for tonight. I will see you guys at Top Hat. What's up, you guys? Happy Saturday. Right now I am making a grocery list for 2 new recipes that I'm trying this evening. For dinner, a shrimp recipe that I found on Pinterest. I will link it below. And the second one is my banana bread recipe that I got from my supervisor. So we're gonna be making those this evening because we're gonna be in the house. All right, so grocery list is all done. Before we go to the grocery store, though, I have to go to the library to return a book and also grab some new books to read and get my hideous nails done. Like 3 nails are broken, y'all. I really think like maybe I should just try a new nail salon, but I do like them. I just think that over a time span, I need to get a full set instead of getting a fill-in. Like just redo the nails. I think the nails are like old, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. And then I'm gonna go to the grocery store. And apparently it's snowing outside. So I don't think it's bad, but it was given wear a hat, wear some comfy clothes because I cannot. Y'all know. Yep. Get my North Face and then we are out of here. Peace.
Too long, but I don't wanna come down. Caught up in a...
So I went and got my nails done. This is probably my best set yet. I love this shape. I love how she did the French tip. Like, I love everything about it. So thank God, because my nails was atrocious. Middle finger, that is all me. Like, no tips, no nothing. I was like really shocked that my nail was that long. Like, I have never seen my nails this long ever. I think another one on this one was no tips. It was my real nail. This is probably like the 6th time I've been here, and I went to a new person today. Her name is Mimi. I was like, girl, what's your name? Because I'm coming back to you. She took her time. She did a really good job. Like, I really like the fact she was like, your nail is long enough, no tips. So she was like, we're gonna take care of your real nail. I was like, thank you. So I like her. I'm really like loving the fact that I am taking the time to pamper myself. I'm doing the things that I love to do for me, which is getting my nails done and like getting my hair done. The only thing with my hairdresser is she is only working in her studio downtown on the weekends. So she books up like really fast, but I definitely know I'm gonna need my hair washed next month, and I have like a concert and some brunches to go to next month. So I do want my hair done. So that will be that for the month of March. But let's go grocery shopping. I think I'm going to go to the Aldi's in Glen Burnie instead of the one that's around the corner from my house. I like that one too. So let's go. Y'all know I'm extra. Bye. Finally home. You guys, it is freezing cold outside. Like, the house indoors is the move for the night, okay? But I went to Giant after I left Aldi's because I wanted to get some fresh shrimp. So I hate the fact that I have to peel them, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna put these groceries and everything away, and then I probably will make the banana bread first, and then I'll make my dinner, because let me get my life in order. All right. Sunday afternoon. And your girl slept through her alarm to wake up and stream church service. Let me tell you, I woke up at like 4:50 something this morning and did not go back to sleep until around 7. Like, my mind was fixated on a certain situation, and I needed to brain dump. So I grabbed my journal and just, released everything that I was feeling. But of course, when I finally went back to sleep, I didn't want to get up. So that's that. But I made a decision yesterday that I am really proud of. Like, so for the woman that I want to be in 2023, it's literally creating a healthy lifestyle and doing things, patterns and habits that make sense for me and that work for me. So when it comes to Sundays, when I work on Sundays, I am definitely going to get up and stream a service. That way I will still be at home, and when the service is over, I can do whatever else I need to do before I head out to work. Now, the Sundays that I don't work, I will actually get up and physically fellowship within the 4 walls. That's just easier for me. The hustle and the bustle, that lifestyle, I just don't want it. And I just don't want to be rushing and everything. I really want a lifestyle that is soft, with ease, and just peace. And that makes sense. Like, I'm not doing the most. You feel me? So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. But I do have work tonight, so I am going to watch a sermon later on in the evening. So don't worry, I'm going to get my word for the week. But I'm going to make a coffee. I wanted my Dunkin' Midnight. I had a taste for that. Make some coffee. I'm going to edit this vlog because I want it to be up on Monday, at the latest Tuesday morning, or the latest. All right, so I am clocked in, eating my dinner. I hope you have an easy Sunday. So I pray that you have a good rest of your day, and I pray that you have an amazing week, and I will see you guys next weekend. Peace.